On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me bonding.
Christmas is a time for bonding, so that's what we're doing today.
Bonding is a process of connecting all the metal parts of your boat together so they have the same electrical potential. There's many reasons to do that. The main reason for me right now is I want to get all my through hulls having the same electrical potential so there's no damage by electrolysis through dissimilar metals. So right here is a through hull. If you don't know what that is, that's actually a seacock, but it's connected to a through hull. And what that does, this particular one is the waste disposal, but there's various ones throughout the boat for different reasons, for bringing water in, taking water out, and so they all have to be connected by wire. Now this one doesn't have any on it for some reason, so I'm going to connect this and all the other ones around here together, and we'll see how that goes. So this is the other through hull I want to connect to the one I just showed you. Again, this is part of the waste disposal process, and you can see how close they are together. I don't know if you can see, it's pretty much hollow underneath there. There is a bulkhead I'm going to have to go through, but what I'm going to do is take this spool of wire and just measure out a length, and then I'll show how I put the ends on it. Alright, so I strung this through, and it's going to take about roughly this length. I gave myself a little extra. This is a 6 gauge shielded, no, not shielded, 6 gauge tinned marine grade cable. It's kind of thick, kind of hard to work with, unless you have good tools like this. And then the cat's trying to get in the thing. I think he's okay.
He's just helping.
He's just helping. So I have to take these terminals right here, strip off the end, and then crimp them on with my crimper. And we can't just use a regular, I mean, I guess you could crush the hell out of it and it'll work, but I'd rather do it a little more elegantly, so I use a different tool. Cool, so I got that stripped off, and these slide on here like this. I mean, ideally I'd like to put a shrink wrap on it. I don't have enough shrink wrap to do that right now. To crimp that, I have this bad boy here, which is a little bit overkill for these smaller sizes, but it's going to work better than my other smaller crimpers. It's going to be a lot easier in the long run. So you put the end with the brake in it, so the pointy end's going to go up into it. I'm not an electrician, I don't know technical terms, but kind of get it set in like that, and then put the cable inside, and I'm sure other people might have a funner, easier way to do this. Let me know if you do, and I'll congratulate you. Okay, so that's in there, and then I just push that down, and we got a crimp. And do the same for the other side.
Good job, Puss. Thanks for helping.
So, and this tool right here is the crimper I'm using. I just wanted to mention it's made by a company called Temco Industrial. It's made right here in the United States. It's extremely tough, durable. It's under warranty.
You can do anything to it. You can weld it to your bench, and they don't care. That's the thing, is they don't care what you do to it. If it breaks, they'll come good on it. And it's adjustable. See, I can do everything from like large battery cables to it just by turning this knob, down to like a number 8 gauge, which is one smaller than what I'm doing right now. So this is a very good tool. I just wanted to shout out to them for being so awesome. Well, you can see by how much of a pain in the ass it is to get video of this. It was that much of a pain in the ass to put it on. So it's way down there. You can kind of see the tip of it. There we go. There we are. And I didn't get the second one on there. I wanted to put a second one that would bond to the mast, but there's no way I could get a second one on there. Working with this wire, thicker wire like that, it's really hard to manipulate it when it doesn't want to be manipulated. So I got one on there, so at least that's bonded, and I'll take the other bonding off from the previous one I just did, and then connect that to the mast. It's another day. We kind of got interrupted with a storm out of the southwest. Now we're having a storm out of the northwest. So, but at least we're kind of calm enough to do things. So I'm going to continue with our bonding project. In our last episode, I was trying to get a bonding wire to come off this seacock down in here. But I couldn't put two wires on it because the way they twist, it wasn't happening for me. And it's a very small, kind of weird, delicate space down there. So I'm going to go back and put one on the main outlet for the direct discharge for the toilet, that big one. I think there's even another screw for me to put one on, and then I'm actually going to come up to the mast, and I'll explain why I'm doing that. Even though the mast isn't in the water, why would I do that? Here I found some of the old bonding wires. You can see it's all disconnected, and it looks like it was just looped around something. It looks like 8 gauge, and I'm using 6 gauge. So I'm going to figure out where the other end of this is and rip it out, and if I can't do that, I'm just going to cut it out. But yeah, I'll be replacing all this and coming up to the mast, and then coming around to the other seacocks that are in the around the other side there. I'm not really enamored of where I have to put this, but this is where I have to put it in order to make it work. The only way I can put a terminal on this mast is to drill and tap a hole and put a screw in. But I really want to put it down here more, but this is where I can make it happen. So this is where it's happening. There we go. There, I put that second one right there. That was the first one I put in. You can see it has a screw and everything. Bolt. So yeah, I put that in there. Much easier. And now that is connected underneath here. I'm going to that post on the mast, and I have another one that's going to go in there too, so I haven't put it on there yet. That's going to go underneath and over there somewhere, you'll see. Alright, I have this all torn up. We are going to go from here, and we need to go underneath all of this stuff and come out. You see that yellow handle? That's the through hull right there that we need to connect to. So how do we get underneath here? And you notice everything's tore out of here. We had to take all this stuff out to get to these things. I have installed, if you can see that black, we have a light. We have, you can see that black piece of conduit right there with wires coming out of it. That comes out underneath here. So we're going to run the wire through that, and you can see the ultra professional job they did of that bonding wire. They didn't even bother to put terminals on it. They just stripped it and laid it down underneath that screw. So yeah, that's that can't have been done at the factory. I have no idea where the hell that came from, but that's what we're replacing, so that's what we're doing.
Awesome.
And there are the bonding wires attached to the mast. Not elegant, not the way I really want it, but that's the way it is. There, all hooked up and run through to the other side. And that's what it looks like when it's connected. And I got one going down into that conduit, and the other going over here and up here and down to the engine, where it's connected to other bonding that's going elsewhere in the boat that I finished previously. And you can see the shaft down there, and that also has a bonding wire on it too. The end of that stainless steel shaft, of course, is the prop, but between the prop and the strut are two sacrificial zincs, sacrificial anodes. That is the whole purpose of why we're doing this. So those zincs will deteriorate instead of our bronze through hulls.
We hope that you will like and follow our Instagram and Facebook pages through the links below in the description. And also be sure to subscribe right here to our YouTube channel so that you'll be notified the next time a video is coming out from the Sail Bums. Thanks for watching.